Yo, what's up guys, it's Rythmn. So I get a lot of questions from you guys asking what to do as a fresh level 50 and kind of like how to be on the same playing field in terms of gear, like when you do arenas or any PvP in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and help you guys. So first things first, you're gonna want to start farming at a place called Hasla. Now if you look at your map, it's on the eastern continent and it's at the very bottom right of your map. Now, what you're going to want to do is either group up with some friends, guildies, or just anybody in general, or do this solo, which is what I like to do, and kill the mobs that are in this zone. They will each drop 1 out of 7 different tokens that are used for getting different type of weapons. Now, these different type of mobs don't give you any better chances at specific drops. They'll all drop the same ones, or they'll all drop the same random tokens, so just don't, just kill any mobs out there. Now, the type of weapons that you get vary, and they don't exactly have every specific weapon type to offer, but you'll just have to make do. Now, here's a quick rundown of the type of weapons you can get. There are 3 tiers to this weapon. Now, the first tier is only a rare quality weapon, which takes about 150 tokens that you'll have to farm. The second tier takes around 200 tokens, at which it turns into an arcane weapon. The last tier takes around 300 tokens that eventually becomes a heroic weapon that you're able to regrade to whatever you want. Now I know it might sound like that's a shit ton of tokens, but there's actually a little trick that you can play on the side, and it's pretty much putting every single token together, so 7 tokens, and then you choose which token that you want, and that it creates 4 or 5 specific tokens depending on what you want. So you can kind of get, all your 7 of your tokens and then make 5 honor tokens if you wanted. And it's just for a little price. Now this is just to speed up the process, and you really don't need to do this if you don't want to. Now after you get your weapon, you're probably thinking, okay, well now how do I upgrade my quest gear now? The answer is pretty simple. There's another zone on the western side that you can do, which takes a group of 5 people. Now this dungeon's really simple and does not take a lot of work to complete. You'll just have to run this dungeon multiple times unless you're really lucky, but the gear in there is pretty much equivalent to kind of like higher regraded illustrious gear. Now, if you have a really great group, the next dungeon, which offers even better gear, is called Serpentis, which takes up to 10 people, and it kind of looks pretty difficult for some groups. Also, one thing is I recommend you guys, if you have a little bit of gold, is going to the auction house and buying some apprentice accessories like rings, necklaces, and all that shit off of the auction house, which generally costs anywhere between 1 to 2 gold each. They give you some pretty good stats depending on what you are, and they're pretty cheap in general. Now the last thing, but not the least, is you're going to want to farm some PvP and kind of get a lot of honor to get some Luna gems and enchants on your gear. Now these things, whether people want to say it or not, really make a huge difference and will benefit you. So look into it, and I'm pretty sure you'll figure out what kind of Luna gems best fit you. But I think that pretty much covers the topic. If you guys ever have any questions to ask at all, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I try to answer as much as I can. But like always guys, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!
Rhythm is a dancer, I need a companion. Girl, I guess that must be you. Body like the summer, fucking like no other. Don't you tell them what